You're watching Around Town with Henry Dormann.
We're sponsored by Chemung Canal Trust Company. Trust is their middle name. Service is their motto. They're really nice people. We'll see you in the bank. I'll be in the vault. We are at Dr. Frank's vineyard, just above Hammondsport. And this is an unusual place because not only is Willie Frank here, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Not only is Fred Frank here, Willie was his father. Fred Frank here, come closer, and his daughter. But they have a lot of new things happening, including a dessert wine, and something I didn't know this because he just told me, and I didn't realize that the difference between cork and the screw top is very interesting to me. I never knew that.
Is, yes.
Can you explain to me what you told me before?
Yes, certainly. Well, Megan studied wine in Australia at the University of Adelaide in a graduate program, and when she came back here, she informed us that almost all the Australian wines are using Stelvin screw caps. And so we went about getting all the machinery that we would need to convert from natural corks to the Stelvin screw caps, and the reason is it eliminates the chance of cork taint.
What's a Stelvin screw cap?
It's a brand of screw cap that doesn't add any oxygen to the wine, so it enables it to age longer. You have the convenience, and also there's no chance of cork taint, which is a bacteria that lives in the natural cork that could damage the wine. So this is an example of the fourth generation of the Frank family bringing new ideas to Dr. Frank's winery to help us grow, to help us make better wines, and proof is in the pudding with these ratings. We've never had, in 54 years, so many high ratings in national wine magazines, so we're really excited about that. And we're going to be tasting one of our most highly awarded wines.
Isn't he good?
He's really good.
He's really good. Yeah.
And this wine is called our Late Harvest Riesling. So Dr. Konstantin Frank was a PhD in viticulture. He was the first to introduce the noble European wine grapes. And you knew his son, Willie Frank, quite well. And Willie helped the winery grow after Dr. Frank's passing. And then I took the baton after Willie, and now we have Megan. So it's really exciting to have 4 generations of the Frank family making the best wines in New York. We're the most award-winning winery out of 300 wineries, and we were at the beginning of this renaissance. So Dr. Frank introduced these wonderful European wine grapes to New York back in the 1950s, and before that, only the native wild grapes were grown, like Concord and Catawba. And those were great for jams and jellies, but not the best for premium wine. So it really created a renaissance in New York wines, and it's very exciting to be part of that renaissance. So we're going to be tasting, Megan's going to pour for us this wine made from raisin grapes. So imagine I'm squeezing a handful of raisins, only a few drops would come out, but it's like a nectar of the gods. So it's really a special wine.
You are something else. He bubbles over with enthusiasm with every word.
So Megan, why don't you describe this wine for us?
Sure. So this is our 2013 Late Harvest Riesling, and in this wine we use fruit produced actually by a rat. It's called the noble rat. The technical name is Botrytis cinerea.
Noble rock.
Noble rat. R-O-T. Rat. And it's very common in Germany for their highest premium dessert wines. So this rat actually raisins the berry, so it intensifies the acidity and the sweetness. So you can imagine squeezing a handful of raisins. You get 1 drop.
Doesn't she have beautiful eyes?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So very concentrated. So squeezing a handful of raisins, 1 drop of liquid. So you see it's in a half bottle, 375 mils. And it's very concentrated, higher acidity, higher sweetness, and it's one of our highest rated wines, and I feel it's one of the best quality wines that we produce.
Well,
So
let's have a cheers.
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 I have to do that.
Wow.
Tasting.
That was yummy.
It's nice.
You can't lose here.
No.
You drink all day?
No. No,
We can get
usually
much
we're
done.
spitting out when we're tasting at work, you know. But this wine really, it's like a nectar of the gods, you know. It's very hard to produce. We can't make it every year. The conditions have to be just right in the vineyard, just the right amount of rain, humidity, and sun to produce this wonderful wine. And in the German wine classification, this would be the highest quality of wine there. And they're quite expensive, but this particular wine is a great value and also a fantastic award-winning wine in many wine publications. So we're really excited that the Finger Lakes, I believe, is on the tipping point now. We've reached, you know, after over 50 years of hard work, we're now getting national recognition for the quality of our wines. And this really benefits the whole Finger Lakes region, not just the wineries, but also the restaurants, the B&Bs, the hotels, because when visitors hear about these world-class wines and they schedule a trip here for a weekend or a week, then that's going to benefit the whole community. They'll visit other wineries, they'll visit museums.
Do you have enough of this particular wine? You said you were short.
Right. Well, we produce this wine every couple of years when the conditions are right. And yes, we have a good inventory. This is a very special wine. If you're having a great meal, you know, with several courses, to end with a dessert wine, with a dessert course, really makes the meal more special and adds to the enjoyment. So it's not something that you probably have every night, but for a special dinner, if you're having friends over, it really enhances the whole meal to end with a dessert wine like this.
You know, we have interviewed you a number of times.
You have, yes.
We've never interviewed you yet. Come closer. But they are the nicest people you'd ever want to know. They are just a treasure, both of them. And
Thank you.
Well, it's true, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't really think so. And they're so nice every time they're here, even in the wintertime and the summertime and in between.
We're open year-round for
Yes.
tastings, and we don't charge for wine tastings here, so that's an added benefit. Visitors can come and taste these world-class wines and enjoy the beautiful view overlooking Keuka Lake year-round.
Yum, yum. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks
always
so
a
much
joy.
for coming.
And thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Yeah,
It's always a
thank
joy
you.
too. She
Yeah.
has beautiful eyes. Come by, you have to come here. What's the address, by the way?
9749 Middle Road in beautiful Hammondsport, New York.
With a view you can't, just be absolutely special. Look at that.
Great.
How often do you look out the window?
Well, quite
Do you
often.
ever have time?
Sometimes we take it for granted, but when we see visitors' faces when they're on the deck with just, you know, their eyes, and it just reminds us of how beautiful it is here, you know. So we really are blessed to be living and working in what I call God's country.
And I'm blessed too. Blessed to know you, blessed to know you too. Thank you very much. Wonderful people. Come by. And what's the phone number, by the way?
The phone number is 607-868-4884.
I'll be here, right in the tasting room. Bye.
I promise you, I'm gonna take from him what he took from you.
A race, Barry, between you and me, to see who's the fastest man alive.
You want to kill this guy?
The Flash, season finale Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Tune in to watch this great show on our sister station, WENY's Twin Tiers CW2.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand For our nation. For each other. For us all. The few. The proud. The Marines.
Now getting rewards is faster than ever. Open a Chemung Canal Trust Company checking account with our debit card and you can join our You Choose Rewards program. Simply use your debit card to buy groceries, gas, or just pay bills. You could earn 5,000 You Choose Rewards points and a fast $50 when you qualify. Open a checking account and watch your points add up fast. For details on how to qualify, visit ChemungCanal.com. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC.
I'm Renata Steele, the news director and anchor at WENY TV News. This is home for me. I grew up in this area. I went to college here. I got married here. I own my home here. And having my family still here and those connections and those roots that I have here, I think give me a unique perspective and unique understanding about what is important to this community. This is home.
You know, when you grow older, you got to watch the eyes, because the eyes tell you everything. And the interesting part is that you may have glaucoma and not even know about it. So we came to find out all about this to a fellow who really knows the business, Dr. Richard Rosenberg, and you're the principal. What's the name of the company?
Twin Tiers Eye Care.
And you have many offices.
We have offices from Binghamton to Bath, in Corning, Elmira, Watkins Glen, Binghamton, Bath.
And if you want to make an appointment or get to know someone, who do you call?
Call any of the offices that have Twin Tiers Eye Care.
You got a number?
The one for Elmira is 734-2984.
And they can ask for you if they want
Yes, I have
and they're all
3
open at
partners.
different times.
We're here different days of the week. There's always an MD, a medical ophthalmologist who does surgery as well, and we staff all the offices at various times.
But now I need to have you tell me about glaucoma and whatever else somebody who may be listening in may be faced with as they grow older.
Sure.
Are you comfortable sitting there?
Yes.
You look so distinguished with this all these machines in front of you.
Ophthalmology has lots of fancy machines.
This must be some investment.
You don't want to know how much all these different machines cost. They cost thousands of dollars just to do a routine eye exam.
But they prevent an awful lot.
Glaucoma in particular. Glaucoma is probably one of the leading causes of vision loss. The problem with glaucoma is that a lot of people won't get symptoms until very late in the disease. So the only way you catch it is by going for a routine eye exam. Just like you had today, we did some early testing before we started talking about it today, was that glaucoma, the disease is where the pressure in the eye is higher than normal, by and large. It's more complicated than that, but for the purposes of our discussion, glaucoma causes damage to your optic nerve. That's the nerve that goes from the eye to the brain. The problem with glaucoma is that you don't know that you have it until you've lost half your vision, is what it's estimated. So the key is to catch it early, and that's why it's recommended that adults, particularly Caucasian adults over the age of 40, need to be screened for it. And in the African American population, it's even more prevalent that they're recommended even in their 30s or 35 to start getting screened for it.
And when you're old like me, do you have to go twice a year, or can you just go with once a year, or does it depend on the case?
It depends on the case. It depends on your risk factors. There's many risk factors for glaucoma, age being just one of them.
We're only getting one side of your face.
Okay.
And you're such a good-looking guy, we want to get the whole face.
Okay.
So talk to the camera.
There's many risk factors for glaucoma, age being just one of them. High blood pressure is a risk factor for glaucoma. Diabetes is a risk factor for glaucoma. Family history is a risk factor. So if you have family members, a parent, an aunt, an uncle, a brother that have glaucoma, those are all risk factors for glaucoma. Age is just one of them. As you get older, the risk of glaucoma goes up as well. If you're African American, there's also a higher risk of glaucoma, as is in the Hispanic community as well.
Did you get any results on my tests yet?
Actually, I'm looking at it over your shoulder. I can see the results of it.
This is terrific. I get a free test just by doing this interview.
What I can tell you, if you look over your shoulder, you'll see And the easiest way to tell you, green is good. So all that green color in those circles there, that's normal. So that means that you're not at risk for glaucoma, or that you're low risk for glaucoma.
Okay. I take drops for it.
That means you don't have damage. The key is to catch it early. So that, to think of it this way, a lot of people know what cataracts are. Cataracts, your vision gets worse as you get older. You have surgery for cataracts. You take out the cataract, the vision gets better. Glaucoma, unfortunately, doesn't work that way. Once you lose vision from glaucoma, it's gone. So the key is to prevent the vision loss.
You notice how good he is. He's getting to be a regular star. Facing the camera every couple of words and everything, you know. You're always so charming. Is that part of being a good doctor?
I deal with patients all day long, and you have to learn how to talk to people all day long. That's part of the job.
In putting this together, this is the only, like I say, firm company of many offices and many doctors, and you put this together. And it's been how long? How long have you been successful?
Well, the practice
You've always been successful, but how long?
The practice has been in business. The founding partner is already retired, but I've been with the practice for over 20 years. I have 3 partners. We've all been here for over 20 years now, closing in on, for some of us, 25 to 30 years in the practice.
How are your eyes?
Good. I can see you without glasses.
Poor guy, poor guy. What should people know when they call? Are you expensive? Why should they call you rather than anybody else?
Well, nowadays, because ophthalmology is a part of the medical practice, so it's a medical examination. Most people nowadays have medical insurance, which covers eye examinations, just like it covers a physical examination when you go once a year to your medical doctor. And it's important, like I was saying, with glaucoma, that people get checked regularly. And sometimes it's just as simple as just getting a routine eye exam once a year, once you're over the age of 40, so that you can be screened for things like glaucoma, cataracts. If you have diabetes, they need to be screened once a year for diabetic changes, because that's also prevalent. The longer you have diabetes, that's a risk factor in terms of vision loss as you get older.
You know, your talking brings back memories to me, because all my life I've had a secret ambition. I have eyeglasses, I wear these, but I'm a great fan of the old movies. And there was an actor in the old movies called George Arliss, Englishman, and he wore a monocle instead of glasses. And I thought this would be great. I have a monocle, I had one made, that I'd put this in when somebody came in and asked me for a raise. And I'd just go, and it would plop out and it'd skulk out of the office. Okay. I've always wanted to do that. Are monocles still in use? Does anybody use them?
I haven't seen monocles in years. Except in the movies.
Except in the movies.
Yes.
I bet I'd look good in a monocle, don't you think?
I'm sure you would.
Do they work?
Sure. I mean, it's really no different than, it's still a lens, just like the lens in the glasses. It's just there's no frame with it.
But do eyes generally go only one, so you need a glass for the second one?
Well, the problem with a monocle is that it probably wasn't a bifocal, because most people as they get older need bifocals or sometimes even trifocals. A lot of times nowadays people don't like the line, so they get the no-line bifocals. So it's hard to put all that in a monocle.
You're a good man to know.
All right, thank you.
I'm looking forward to calling you.
Thank you.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Looks very good.
Look good? We'll see you here. Nice company, and they're very fair. Pricing is very fair, too.
Sure.
Call them, maybe you'll get a discount if you mention my name. I don't know, I just made that up. But try, you never know. We'll see you soon.
Now, getting rewards is faster than ever. Open a Chemung Canal Trust Company checking account with our debit card, and you can join our You Choose Rewards program. Simply use your debit card to buy groceries, gas, or just pay bills. You could earn 5,000 You Choose Rewards points and a fast $50 when you qualify. Open a checking account and watch your points add up fast. For details on how to qualify, visit ChemungCanal.com. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC.
It's going down. We about to live it up, y'all. Let's go.
It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn. So put your hands up, we on the big screen, and everybody's here living out our dreams. Dreams, whoa. Yeah, yeah. scared, take a chance. Come on, give me a hand. It's time to laugh, time to smile. Now let's get up and dance. Come on, everybody, let's live it up. Let it out if you can't get enough. This right here gon' make you jump, jump, jump. This is home. This is the place. We break it out, sing it loud, scream and shout. This is home. Hey, yeah. This is home.
My name is Joe Veras, and I'm the Chief Meteorologist at WENY. The Twin Tiers is home for me. This is where I live, this is where my family lives, this is where we own our home, this is where my children were born. I love this community. I love the fact that everyone rallies around each other. People know each other, people have each other's backs. I don't think you would see that in some bigger cities. We know each other, we help each other out. This is a great community to live in. This is home.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Okay, so we drowned the fire. Yep. Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Have you ever heard of glamping? I never heard it. It's a new phrase to me, but this is like safaris in Africa or the Bohemian Grove in California, and it's right here in New York. And these are the two people that have put it together. And we are sitting in a magnificent tent, because it's glamorous tenting, glamorous camping.
Glamorous camping, yes.
Now tell us your names, how you
Certainly.
came up with this, and you have bathrooms, and this is like gourmet camping. And the
Heat and hot water and everything.
And the bed alone looks like it's got 3 mattresses of wonderful. You must get cold at night.
We have the finest mattresses, yes. Yes, we do.
Well, tell us your names and what you do and how you came up with this.
My name is Christine McAfee, and let's see, this is my property, and Cameron Adams and I decided to start Seneca Sol, which is a glamorous camping resort just on the southeast side of Seneca Lake in the heart of the Finger Lakes.
Keep talking.
Okay.
Keep talking because you have food.
We've got, we have a
not
continental
only that,
breakfast.
But you brought cheese and wine. After we leave you, we're going to have cheese and wine in the middle of the forest. Tell us more.
So
how much is this expensive?
This is not expensive. No, this is not. It's less than a hotel room at peak season here in the Finger Lakes. This is a new concept. It's
What's
called
the cost?
$165 a night.
A night.
Yes.
And you get food.
Continental breakfast, yes, in the morning.
And where do you go to eat?
We have the.
You take a wonderful little colorful path through the forest.
That's exactly right. We have a little path through the forest back to our commons area tent, which is where you can check your phone, check your Wi-Fi. We've got a continental breakfast that is every morning. We've got tea and coffee, hot water.
And
you can make whatever you'd like.
For dinner and lunch, do you eat here or you go someplace?
We go someplace else. There's horseback riding after you're done with breakfast.
And you have horses here.
We have horses that
right
will.
Right now, right here, in case we wanted to ride.
In case you wanted to ride, we have horses here. That's exactly right. Yes.
Now it's nice, but I need to know, what does he do?
Okay.
He's sitting here smiling and having
That's
a
okay.
wonderful time.
She's the pretty face. So, my name is Cameron Adams, and I'm the other co-founder of Seneca Sol. And
SOL.
SOL, correct. And so we will have a modern bathhouse as well, which will have showers with hot water and sinks and bathrooms.
I have a question.
Very good.
What about you, this beautiful new tent, and everything is so pristine and lovely, and you're going to be here in the summertime when it's warm. What do you do about the bugs? Do you have bugs?
So
Mosquitoes,
the way
flies?
these tents are designed, They have mosquito netting on the windows, mosquito netting on the front and back entrances, and so the bugs are kept at a minimum.
The breeze,
and we've got
this beautiful
lots,
breeze.
We've got lots of birds that take care of most of those insects.
This is perfect.
So this is a birder's paradise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of birds to watch too.
We have just about every northeastern species on this property.
The air here is just unbelievable. I'm sitting here breathing this in, and I'm 10 years off my life.
Perfect. That is.
How did you come up with this idea?
For my birthday, we went glamping, and I said, we have to do this on this beautiful piece of property I have. And I work full-time in the wine industry, and I love the hospitality of the wine industry. And the idea just that day blossomed. And the name Seneca Sol with the sunsets. We're on the east side of the lake, and we're facing west, so the sunsets here are magnificent. And
How many acres do you have?
10 acres,
10
hiking
acres.
trails and horseback riding trails.
Wow.
Yes.
This must be very expensive to keep up.
It's it's a passion. So I want to keep it up. I want to keep it up, and now I want to share it with people.
And what's going to happen in the wintertime? You're going to close for the winter?
Correct. So it's a seasonal, May to October, and we will take all the tents down and just do all the arrangements during that time off to make it more beautiful, build more tents.
This is so clean here.
Yes, absolutely.
Actually, it's brand new.
This
so that's
is
why it's
luxury camping. We want it clean. We want people to be wowed when they come here. We want them to be very impressed with the quality.
It's a wowable place.
Thank you.
So, if people want to contact you, are you on the web? And
yes, we have a website.
What's this?
SenecaSol, SOL.com, and that's where you're able to book. If you're interested in a night stay, you're able to book. We've got nightly rates and weekend rates, which you can check out online. As we grow, we do plan on adding more tents and
How
even
many do
teepees.
you have now?
We have 3 tents now.
3 tents now.
And we're going to add some teepees just for fun.
Teepees?
Yes. Why not?
Oh, why not?
Why not?
You're a very colorful couple. You must have a lot of fun here.
We have so much fun here. We do. We have so much fun here, yes.
Do you have a phone number?
Yes. Let's see. My phone number is 315-270-2084, which is the best way to contact us.
Mm-hmm. And you're open all the time, of course, because you live here.
Yes, indeed. We live on site, and we have a newborn.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
2-month-old little Madeline. So she's keeping us busy as well.
She's going to be the chef.
She'll be the mascot, if nothing else. Yes. Yes.
That's wonderful, and growing up here in this wonderful tent.
Yes. Well, the wonderful air that you were just speaking of, and listening to the birds and socializing with people, it'll be great.
And you live in the house nearby.
Correct. So we're on site. So if there's anything anyone needs, we are able to provide.
Have you had many visitors so far?
Well, we're a new business. We're just getting started. We'll be, ready for action here soon. So
I was going to ask you, now you have to do this for the future.
Yes.
Because when we come back again, we want to know. But there will be people staying here that will be colorful and interesting.
Yes.
Right. And
we hope so.
And you'll have wonderful stories to tell about them.
We will.
And you'll have terrible stories to tell about them, too. Maybe. Because there'll be all kinds. Those are the ones we want to hear when we come back again.
Great.
All the gossip.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we have experience, both of us, in the hospitality business, so we can handle the colorful ones. That's not a problem at all.
We have visitors from all over the world that come to stay on this property. So it's lovely.
And now you've got another visitor from some part of the world, because I'm not leaving, I'm going to stay.
Perfect.
And we've got grapes and cheese and wine that they've put out for us. We're going to live it up now. Come by, give her a call. It's a fascinating place and worth a weekend, if not longer. I'll be sitting in this tent here. Look me up when you come.
You're watching WENY HD.